In Chinese astrology, 2024 is the year of the green dragon. In the East, the dragon symbolises power, strength, and wisdom. In the West, the dragon plays a central role in many of our mythologies and legends. The hero, knight, or saint must contend with the dragon to save the maiden and collect the magical treasure. In Tolkien's classic, The Lord of the Rings, the fierce dragon Smaug guards the heart of the mountain gemstone and the golden hoard of the dwarves. Smaug is an anagram of the word magus, and magus relates to magic, generation, and the power of regeneration. In Greek legends, many of their heroes and demigods had to wrestle and contend with frightful dragons and giant serpents. Jason, leader of the Argonauts, and perhaps one of the better known heroes of Greek mythology, outsmarts and defeats the Colchian dragon with the help of the magician princess Medea. Jason and his band of heroes and warrior kings escape Colchis with the golden fleece, the magical skin of the golden flying ram Chrysomalos. In its anatomical allegory, Jason defeating the dragon and obtaining the golden fleece of a ram symbolises the mastery of the heightened nervous system and the rewards attained through this self-mastery. Perseus, son of the beautiful Danae and the Greek thunder god Zeus, beheads the Gorgon Medusa and wins the winged white horse Pegasus. On his way home, the hero saves the princess Andromeda from the monstrous sea dragon Cetus. Like the great sea dragon Cetus, the Mesopotamian Tiamat and the biblical Leviathan can also be associated with the dragon. When Perseus decapitates the snake-headed Medusa, rides the winged horse Pegasus, and defeats the sea dragon Cetus to rescue the stranded maiden, it can be interpreted as a metaphorical hero's quest to awaken the nervous system to its full potential. An allegory of initiation, symbolising the long and dangerous journey and the ultimate success and attainment of the aspirant. Heracles, or Hercules in its Roman translation, a descendant of Perseus and another child of the thunder god Zeus, battles the great dragon Ladon for the 11th of his 12 famous labours. Hercules, in some accounts, slays Ladon in the garden of the Hesperides to gain the sacred golden apple. The Hesperides are sometimes referred to as the 7 daughters of Atlas, the Greek titan made to bear the weight of the whole world on his shoulders. In the anatomical allegory, Ladon is the heightened nervous system to be controlled, and the garden is the head centre. The apple is its fruit, the hormones, chemicals and bioelectricity released when the head centre is awakened through creative energy work. The 7 Hesperides represent the 7 cervical vertebrae, and Atlas is the first of these bones. The Atlas bone, the bone which holds up the head, our world. In Nordic and Anglo-Saxon tradition, Beowulf defeats a dragon in his last quest, and Siegfried conquers the dragon Fafnir and acquires magical powers and great treasures. The Christian St. George slays a dragon to rescue the maiden and save the townspeople. In some of his earliest renderings, it is said that an invigorating spring of fresh water appeared at the very spot of the dragon's demise. From the physiological perspective, the lance and sword of St. George represent the spinal column, and the spring of fresh water symbolises the renewing nature of the cerebral spinal fluid when the nervous system is controlled and heightened through creative energy work. The term dragon is commonly thought to translate as giant serpent or sea monster. However, its deeper meaning relates to vision, clear sight, and intuition. In Wales, the dragon is featured on our national flag and in our national legends. These tales speak of warring dragons and the means by which to subdue them. In the Welsh language, the word dragon means a lord, a noble, chief governor, or a pendragon. And, interestingly, the term darogan relates to prophecy, prediction, and foretelling. Darogan is synonymous with the Welsh word Aries or Aries, and in astrology, Aries relates to the ram and also to the head. In the anatomical allegory, this is the head centre, and the horns relate to the hippocampus, a spiralling, curling structure within the brain itself, which is linked with memory and emotion. Here we can see a beautiful connection between the dragon, the ram, and the concept of intuition, memory, and prophecy. In the East, the dragon is a symbol of the powerful and awe-inspiring universal energies. The same active force that turns a giant galaxy and yet opens the most delicate of flowers. It represents the life force and its expression in the heavens, on the earth, and within the human body. These differences may seem difficult to reconcile, but when we understand that the dragon is a symbol of the all-pervading energy that animates all things, and that we, humanity, contain a spark of this divine fire inside of us, a spark that may be tended and extended into a warm and glowing flame with correct practice and mindset, we begin to see that the battle between the hero and the dragon is a fight within us. A battle to control and master the heightened and powerful nervous system when conserving and working with the creative energy. The dragon is often a symbol of conflict and struggle in Western mythologies, a sign of hidden and guarded treasure. In the East, it is a symbol of knowledge, prosperity, energy, and strength. When the weapons of the heroes of the West, the swords, lances, and shields, are viewed from an allegorical, anatomical standpoint, it can be understood that it is the creative energy which is the true weapon that subdues the dragon. The creative energy and its conduits, the spinal column, the nervous system, and the correct state of mind to control them.